Welcome back to Financial Fire TV, a set for on-screen financial empowerment. And I'm your host, Cheryl D. Mark, positioning you for financial power. Here today, I want to share something with you, and it's really like a brief, it's like a nugget, but it's going to be so strong. I want you to hear what the Spirit of the Lord told me to share with the body of Christ. There is one thing that you could be overlooking that is very small, but it's very significant. And if you can catch this, it's going to help you tremendously in the area of your finances. And that is simply automate your finances. Did you not know that one major practical that many people just seem to overlook when it comes to financial increase? It is simply the key of consistency and automation. Consistency and automation. Now, consistency and automation, it is simply having a system in place that you can adhere to repeatedly. How simple is that? You'll be surprised to find out how much that you know opposed to what it is that you're doing. Young people, I want you to lean in real close and hear what I'm going to share with you. But consistency and automation, simply having a system in place that you adhere to repeatedly. It is simple. Having an automated system in place, for instance, from your weekly, bi-weekly, a monthly income, whatever your earned income is, it is you having something set in place. And now you have a set amount which automatically goes into a savings account. Please lean in. It is real simple. Let's not make things hard. There's a lot of conversation about money, a lack of money, insufficient funds, or how are we going to do things, or what are you going to do, or whatever. There is something real simple. You know, the word of the Lord talks about how it's the little foxes, it's the little things that people are omitting. And if you can catch this little key here, you're going to be amazed to find out how tremendously it's going to help you and be very impactful in a lot of areas of your life. So when we talk about automatically having something that comes from your weekly or bi-weekly, monthly, however you get your earned income, you have something that's designated and set to go into a savings account. And when it comes to savings account, please make sure that you speak to your bank. Speak to your bank, because what you want a saving account that has a high yield return. So make sure you talk to your bank and see what are the possibilities, what do they have to offer, and take advantage of what it is that they have to offer. Now, when we talk about automate your finances, automated transfers, this is going to help you significantly with discipline. This is what it's all about. Understand, through discipline, God can instruct us and also open our eyes and open our ears to other financial possibilities. So he uses simple things in order to get you into a place of discipline. And in that place of discipline and adhering to him, he's going to instruct you on some other things. He's going to open your eyes. He's going to open your ears, because now you're becoming one with your finances. And he's going to open your eyes and ears to other financial possibilities, all through that simple word of discipline. So when it talks about being disciplined, for starters, it's not about how much, but it's all about, again, the principle of discipline. You know, it's not about how much, whatever looks good for you. That is what I want you to start setting aside. Some people, you know, you can look at it this way. How much would you really put into your hair? You know, now you're not putting it into that. So now you can take those same funds and set that amount aside into your savings account. Again, for starters, it's never about how much, but it's simpler about the discipline. And that is what we're talking about. Now, I could be here all day and show you ways to cut back, but I truly believe that my listeners, I believe that you're mature enough. You know the things you need to stop doing, or you know the things you need to do different. But we're focusing on that one key word, and that is discipline. So when it comes to discipline, Hebrews 12 and 11, the Messenger translation, the word says, at the time, discipline isn't much fun. We're in agreement with that. At the beginning, discipline is just not fun. You know, when you have to do something that you're not used to, or make adjustment or make changes, it's just not fun. Because anytime the flesh is denied something, or she's told to do something different or in a different way, and she's been doing things one way for a very long period of time, it's kind of hard to adjust. It's just like working out. I don't care how fine you want to be. You're not going to just get in shape overnight. So discipline, according to the word, for starters, it is not much fun. It always feels like it's going against the grain. It seems like it's going against what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But understand that discipline is working something out in you. And as we just said, look at all of this through discipline alone. God can instruct us through discipline alone. God can open our eyes, God can open our ears, and God can show you some other financial possibilities. And Hebrews 12:11 again, and it's continuing, and it says, later, of course. See, there's always going to be a later after the discipline, after the initiation. So later, of course, it pays off handsomely. I love that. It's going to pay off, and it's going to pay off handsomely. Again, you're not doing it just per se to see what it looks like from week to week or whatever. No, you're not going to become a millionaire overnight. No, you're not going to become a multimillionaire. But when you become disciplined, as it said, through discipline, God is going to instruct you with what? Why are you saving that? He's going to instruct you how to sow that, how to invest that. He's going to instruct you. All because you're being disciplined. Your eyes is going to be open. Your ears is going to be open. If you can just hear what I am saying with those three things right there, it will lead you to something greater and bigger than you and what it is that you're doing or whatever you are able to do in the areas of your finances. Later, of course, it pays off handsomely, for it is the well-trained who find themselves mature in their relationship with God. Look at what is happening. So now maturity comes into place, because discipline is always going to bring you into places of maturity. When you begin to mature, you're going to really begin to walk in faith. You're going to begin to look at God as being your source. As you begin to mature, you're going to find out that there are some things that you really just don't need. There are some things that you don't need to be investing in right now. So you're going to become mature in so many different ways. And if you're having problems struggling with your finances or walking in faith or walking in maturity when it comes to the things of the spirit, it just lets you know you need to be around other like-minded believers. You need to be around leaders as myself. You need to be around people who's going to hold you accountable by way of the spirit, who's going to hold you accountable by way of the words and way of the teaching. Because yes, it's hard for us to just do things, man, as walking in faith or having a level of teaching taught to us where we can understand where it makes faith. Because when we look at things as far as making sense, it's never going to make sense. But here we're all about making faith. And let's continue. Proverbs 12:1. Now, this word right here talks about discipline as well. And the word reads and says, whoever loves discipline loves knowledge. This is real good. I often say, people say in the world, they say knowledge is power, but I'm here to challenge that. And I want you to understand it is understanding that is power, because the word of the Lord said, in all thine getting, get understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing, but in all thy getting, get understanding. Because after you get the wisdom, after you get teachings, after you get this word right here, with all things, you're going to have to know how to apply these things. And you're going to have to know how these things operate. So in all things, you're going to need understanding. Again, it's Proverbs 12:1. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge. But he who hates reproof is, I don't even want to say the word. But the Bible, many translation, it says, he who hates reproof, it says they are stupid. I don't like that word, but if you look it up in many translation, that is what it says. So I don't believe that you're stupid, but guess what? Because you are here listening, I believe that you have considered automating your finances. So that is what I want you to walk away with here today, the seriousness of starting somewhere, automating your finances. If you're married, get your husband on board, get your spouse on board, and sit down and talk about it and say, hey, we're bigger than this. We're smarter than this. We need to just do it. And you'll be amazed at you exercising another level of faith. You're exercising another level of your expectation. You're exercising so many other dynamics expressions in the realm of the spirit. And this would be the very thing here. Maybe you start out with, I don't know, 25. I don't know. You may start out with 100, 300. I don't know what your situation look like, but I am encouraging you to start somewhere. And I'm encouraging you, start today. Start with this next paycheck and start automating your finances. I want to leave you with this right here. One of my favorite quotes when it comes to automation, the word says, a bad system will beat a good person every time. It's not that you're a bad person, but a bad system. A bad system will beat a good person every time. So I want you to be that good person and beat the fact that you didn't have a system in place, but you're putting systems in place. And now you're going to be able to walk in the excellence of the knowledge of who you are when it comes to your finances. And I leave you with this closing scripture right here. Proverbs 20:13. The ESV version, it reads like this. It said, love not sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes and you will have plenty of bread. So in our next broadcast coming back next Thursday at 7 o'clock, listen to me. I'm going to be sharing some things with you to help open your eyes, get you from that place of sleeping, hoping, wishful thinking, but get you back into a place where your eyes be open, your understanding be open, so that you can get ready to have plenty of bread. All right, people, that's it. I want you to do this for me. Please like the broadcast or leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, so that we can keep this going right here. We want to really get the numbers up on this particular platform right here. So please make sure that you like, share the broadcast, comment, whatever, so that we can get this up. Because I truly believe that household needs more conversation in the area of finances so we can get everybody back on track, the families walking back together, walking in unity of the faith so that they can walk into a very promising place when it comes to prosperity and their wealth. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. Goodbye.